Yo guys, welcome. It's your boy Vuj here, and for the first time ever, it is a solo comments under. Poet couldn't make it last minute, there's been tube strikes. We couldn't release the video yesterday because we couldn't organize the cameraman in time. So yeah, here I am for the first time ever. It's by myself, it is solo, me and the voices in my head and this beautiful stadium for moral support. The game that everybody was talking about the last few days, and I was actually there, was Chelsea against Liverpool, and we have some comments to begin with. Abigail says, Carabao Cup final, Liverpool win on pens. If there was anything we learned from the Euros, you did not make changes for the pen shootout in the final. It was Chelsea's L to take. And Sean Toole says, Kepa got subbed on to win the cup and Rosito missed the only penalty out of 22. Feel bad for the man, but I'm listening to You'll Never Walk Alone and having a nice. Prayers up to the people of Ukraine. May the world know peace and may everyone in the country stay safe. This game had everything for a 0-0. Bruv, I was absolutely loving it. It was an English breakfast. It had all the ingredients. It was very, very exciting. Loads of chances. It was like 4 disallowed goals. Hella VAR decisions. And I think this one here, I do not understand. It's Lukaku's arm, which is offside. So when he scored it, I was like, yeah, this is in. This is in. I saw the replay because where I was watching it from, you could go inside. There's a TV. I was watching it. I was like, bruv, this is on. This has to be onside. And it's like from his it's behind the elbow. Now, how would you judge that? I'm thinking this would be the best way. And I want someone to try it in a football game one day. You go up to the line, yeah? Like they walk past the keeper, they get the ball on the line, they flick it up and they go like that. Bang. So if you score with that, is that a goal? What do you think, cameraman? No. So let me know in the comments under. If I dribble past the keeper, I get to the line, I flick the ball up, and where Lukaku was deemed to be offside from, do and get it into the goal. Score with my whatever that is, laterus flow, muscle, whatever. Hello. East atrium entrance. Honestly, I don't know where it is, but there's a map there, and I reckon you can see where the East atrium is. Yeah, left and left. So yeah, I don't know, man. I think that goal should have potentially stood. It wasn't given. And there's another example. I think Cavani was onside for this goal. Similar to Lukaku, whole body's onside. Whole body apart from the arm or the hand. Where do you judge it from? I don't know. Leave a comment and let me know what you would have done for that goal if you were sitting in the VAR truck. But Liverpool, I do have to give credit where credit's due. Absolutely incredible side. Luis Diaz is sick. The way he flicks the ball up over my man, he's wicked. He's wicked. He's a great player. But one decision, which I have to say was the wrong one. There's a few debates online about it. It was Tuchel taking off Mendy and putting on Kepa. I know it's worked before in the Super Cup. I got a bit of flack on it on Twitter because I did tweet that this was Tuchel's L. Now, this doesn't mean that I think Tuchel's a bad manager. I just think in this instance, he's made a mistake. It's worked before, but it doesn't mean if you do it again, it doesn't work. That isn't a mistake. And for me, it was his L because Mendy had an absolutely incredible game. When you're a goalkeeper, it really is a confidence sport. You've come back off the AFCON from a penalty shootout, winning the AFCON. You've made a tremendous double save. You've been great throughout the season. It's a high-octane pressure game. With the League Cup now as well, it matters. I feel like this game really, really mattered. And you take him off. The energy, I'm looking at it more like metaphysically. Eckhart Tolle, Wim Hof, breathing method. The energy's with you. You've been killing it the whole game. You made one of the best double saves I've seen since like Oliver Kahn times. But just energy-wise, the chakras were aligned with Mendy for me. And I think if Mendy stays there, I know it's easy to say in hindsight, Mendy stays in goal, I think Chelsea win that. It wasn't meant to be for Kepa. I reckon Mendy in goal, he saves at least 1 or 2 of those. So that was 11 shots of Liverpool's going in, no saves from him, and he misses the last shot. And someone actually even caught the ball in the Liverpool end and tweeted the photo, which I thought was really, really funny. So yeah, for me, it was anyone's to win, really. Chelsea could have won it with the chances if they took them. And Liverpool, man, they played really, really well. They're a great team. You can't take anything away from them. But Tuchel, man, you can't do that, man. And as a keeper, I used to be a keeper. I just wouldn't have wanted to go off for that. Penalty shot is where you become a hero. Or is it? Or play Kepa from the beginning. Or play Kepa. Yeah, play Kepa. Yeah, true. Kepa sometimes, yeah, he plays in the League Cup and the Cups. He's a second string keeper. Maybe just play him from the beginning. But yeah, man, you know what's mad? People won't believe me that I'm saying this. 65th minute, yeah. I had Neil Mellor sitting next to me. Neil Mellor, one of my absolute legends. That Arsenal goal when he scores against Arsenal, volleys it bottom corner. And some guy from TalkSport. And I said to him in the 65th minute, I said, this is going to penalties. 100% going to penalties. Because the ball just won't go in. I feel like there's those games in football sometimes where the ball just doesn't want to go in. You could like do anything, or there's like the VAR decision, you know, and it ends up, you just know, you're like, nah, this is going to penalties. It has to go to penalties. There's no way it doesn't. And when it went to penalties, I was telling my boys, I turned to them and I went, this is going to go to the keepers, and Kepa's going to miss. I know it sounds like I didn't say it, and I'm just making it up now, but I swear to you, I turned up to my boy, I went, Kepa is going to miss, it's going to go out of the stadium. And when it happened, my boy was like, what? I was like, yeah. But yeah, man, crazy game. It was written for Liverpool to win that. Solo comments under, the first time ever. But yeah, let me know, VAR decisions, what you thought about the game. Was it Tuchel's L? And does the League Cup matter again? Because for me, I feel like the League Cup is back. The best League Cup game that I've seen, final, probably ever. Shout out to Marcelo Bielsa. I had to give him a little shout out. He's gone from Leeds. I think it was unfortunate the way he left. And yeah, a couple of bad results. Just couldn't last anymore. Leeds fans, I'm seeing they're not very happy. Ellis Patton commenting that he just wished it didn't go this way. But shout out to Bielsa, he's an absolute legend. Julian Gajewski saying, Vuj had a great week. Mitrovic breaks the championship record. Vlahovic scores in the 30 seconds against Villarreal on the UCL. Red Star Belgrade drawn with Rangers. I'm going to be in Glasgow for the Red Star Belgrade Rangers game. So if you're from Rangers, give me a shout on the Instagram. DM me. Let's link up. Where are the best food spots? What should I be doing? Where should I be staying? Let me know in the comments under. Vlahovic touch was absolutely outrageous and he won't get the credit it deserves. A silly goal. No rules. Just feels... Yeah, man, Vlahovic takes it in behind him. Chips it over the keeper. Serbia, man, finally have, you know, an attacking outfit that can play really well. Forget about the defence. Tadic, Milinkovic, Savic in the midfield. Vlahovic, Mitrovic. Even Jovic, Kostic can put in a shift. So Qatar, man, I think Serbia are going to win the World Cup. But there was another VAR decision which didn't make sense. This week, Everton, Man City, 1-0 to Man City. Weston says, Everton, Man City, 1-0. Great performance, but Everton is undone by an unfortunate keen mistake and a blatant ignoring of one of the most obvious handballs I've ever seen. The Diaz handball. Is that a handball? So, from what I'm gathering now, the sleeve... So this is an arm, right? The sleeve is not a handball if it hits the sleeve. But everything below the sleeve is handball. So what if your sleeve is longer than other people's sleeves? Well, what if you're wearing the Cameroon kit? The one with no sleeves. 2002 World Cup where they banned it. What do you do? How do you gauge this? For me, that's a handball. Because anytime, as I said, if you flick the ball up in front of a goal and you hit it in with your arm where your sleeve is, the ref's going to give that as a handball. I really want someone to do that in a game and make sure it hits the sleeve and see what VAR does. Because what do you reckon? I reckon they give it as a handball. I think these rules need to be clearer, man. That to me was always a handball. Shoulder should be the end point, not the sleeve. There was a top four battle intensifying as well. Tottenham having a mad time, very bipolar time at Tottenham. Lost like 3 on a trot. Now they beat Leeds, basically got Bielsa sacked. 4-0 win. Man U Watford 0-0. Another strugglesome performance for Man United. And West Ham beating Wolves. Wolves on a little upward run. They're now 8th. But yeah, the Champions League places, it's up for anyone to take with around 11 games to go. Arsenal do have 3 games in hand. They look like they should be getting into that top 4 once their games in hand are finished. Tottenham also have a potential, if they win their games in hand, they'll be 4th. So that's going to be an absolute madness for 4th spot. But yeah, man, look, it's a wrap-up show. It's a really quick one. Solo comments under mad League Cup game. Mad battle for top 4, but we're going to end with some top comments. We didn't do the pre-comments as we usually do. We're going to end up with some top comments right at the end of the show. Now, there was a debate about Son being world class. Charlie says, Son was Spurs' top Champions League scorer the year they got to the final. He won gold at the Asian Games when if he didn't win. He would have had to serve 2 years in the military, effectively ending his career at top level. If that's not performing at the top level under the most pressure, then I don't know what is. Eddie says, Son is world class. He could go to any league and smash it. The Week on the net says, Son is totally a world class player without a doubt. However, Ben says, probably actually changed my mind on the definition of world class. You got to do class things on the world stage to be world class. So not just here, on the actual world stage. Have a nice. Poet wearing a Brentford shirt with Ericsson as a sponsor when Ericsson returned to football playing for Brentford in the same week. Glitch in the Matrix once again. Lot of terrible audio and having to turn it down when the ads happen. Legendary show as always. I think today the audio will be fine because it is only one mic. It is a solo comments under. And Callum says, Son is not a world class. I'm sorry. He's a level just under. So yeah, man. The battle wages on. Is Son world class or not? Look, man, it's really cold. Strange doing a solo comments under. You know, it's like you have no one to bounce off. You have a script and you have a camera and a cameraman. And I can't be as introspective with my thoughts because you have to keep on speaking at all times almost. Like you can't really have like a silence. Whereas usually I can bounce off someone and I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And I'm thinking and then I react. But I hope everybody's well. Obviously, if you're in Eastern Europe, I hope you're staying safe, man. Prayers up with Ukraine and everything that's going on there and the war. Horrible to see. Prayers up with also people of Ethiopia. There's a lot of madness happening there as well. Syria, Somalia, bruv, globally, a lot of suffering going on. It's hard to ignore. And as someone that's been through that myself at a young age, yeah, man, it's even difficult to talk about at times. But yeah, man, thank you for watching. Have a nice, leave a like. But I've somewhat enjoyed this as well. Yeah, it's been a challenge and experience. Thanks, guys. Have a nice.